Hey Joey, it's me again. I'm back. Okay, so when I left off, I was saying that, within the community of people of African descent with, I guess, Afro textured hair, there's so much diversity. There's so many different types of hair. Once upon a time, judging from myself, I used to just think, kinky hair was kinky hair and that was it. But, now that this movement has really taken off of women who are wearing their natural hair. And, from watching all the videos on YouTube and just in the process, the experience of growing out, deciding to grow out my own hair, I realized that there is such a wide variety of hair textures within that category of Afro textured hair. Like some people have really tight coils, some people have very loose coils, some is really wavy. There is such a great diversity among us, and I think it's a wonderful thing that women are starting to wear their hair natural, not only because it represents embracing and appreciating who we really are and what's unique about us, but because it shows to the whole world what a great spectrum of beauty there is within our community, the uh, within the category of Afro textured hair. It's not all one thing, and I can talk about the complex. When I talk about these things, I'm speaking quite honestly from personal experience. Because even though I'm a guy, um, guys, we still receive the same mental conditioning in the media. And I grew up like a lot of other people feeling that I was less attractive because my hair was kinky. And growing up, wishing that I had straight hair like some of my cousins or some of my friends, or wavy hair or, curly hair. And, I would from time to time experiment with using chemicals, like chemical relaxers and texturizers in order to achieve a wavy or curly hair texture because I thought, like that made me more attractive. And I suffered all the negative consequences that women suffer as well, like burning my scalp and getting sores on my scalp, severely damaging my hair, to the point where I didn't just have split ends, I had split middles. I mean, I had like strands of hair that were literally split all the way from the tip all the way to the root. I mean, just severely damaged. And every time I would comb my hair, I'd have like broken off ends. It looked like I went to the barber. My shoulders would be totally covered in just little pieces of broken, damaged hair, and it would just look so horrible that I would just cut it off. And you know, stumbling across YouTube and all these natural hair videos, I decided to grow my hair out because even going to the barber was a very frustrating experience. When I talk about the fact that unfortunately a lot of us have not learned how to take care of our hair, unfortunately that even applies to beauticians, and barbers who you would think would know how to handle our hair. Not the case at all. I mean, I decided to start growing out my hair because I can't find a barber. One of the main reasons is because I can't find a barber who knows how to give me a decent haircut. I've got many different textures of hair on my head, even though they're all kinky or most of them are, kinky. I can't find a barber who really knows how to give me a good haircut that complements my face, and my features and makes me look good. Um, so stumbling on YouTube, I found all these videos and all these different techniques, things like moisturizing your hair. Who knew? Moisture, learning how to use moisturizers, using what kind of moisturizers to get, how to make your own moisturizers, and things that are not good for your hair, like petroleum based products. Unfortunately, especially for guys, a lot of the products that were on the market, or at least when I was coming up, I'm not too sure about now, but a lot of them were petroleum based products. I mean, it was just basically grease. And it never did anything for my hair. It made my hair feel nasty and greasy. And so I would never put anything in my hair. I would just wash it, condition it, and I would wet it in order to loosen it up so that I could comb through it. But all I was doing was just really drying out my hair, and it was getting knotted and tangled. And combing my hair was a physically painful experience. So there I was, because of ignorance, because of my own ignorance, and because of the ignorance of other people, thinking that there was something wrong with my hair, thinking that I had bad hair. I mean, now my hair is the longest that it's ever been in my life. If I really stretch it out, you can see how long it is. It's down my back now, like, my upper back. If I stretched it out, if I stretch it out in the front, it's about collarbone length now. I've never been able to grow my hair out that long before. And the funny thing about it is that I used to get a wave nouveau, right? A curl process in order to achieve this kind of look. And the longer my hair would get, the heavier it would get, the curl pattern would fall out, and it would just look horrible, you know? And then, of course, because I was putting all those chemicals in my hair, I mean, it's a miracle that I still have hair on my head, you know? But my hair would get damaged, and then I just end up having to cut it off. And then I figured out, from YouTube, watching all the videos, that I could get those curls without using toxic chemicals on my scalp and burning my scalp and having to deal with sores. I mean, this was just a handful of gel and just raking it through my hair, and that's it. And so, yeah, I mean, that's the thing when it comes to black women or people of African descent in general. And hair, it's not that we can't grow hair. It's that, number one, we haven't been taught properly how to care for our hair. This kind of hair, it really does require tender loving care in order for it to flourish. And the second part is the cultural conditioning, the brainwashing that we receive to make us think that beauty only comes in one form. I mean, I've straightened out my hair, and you know what? I guess I had to go there and actually see to realize that when God created me this way, He wasn't making a mistake. And I prefer myself better the way I look now with my hair in its natural state than straightening it out or all those other things. So, yeah, I really hope that more and more women of African descent, and men also, will start educating themselves and learning how to take care of their hair in its natural state, and also to just start deprogramming themselves and realize that we're beautiful just the way we are. We're not all the same. We are all different, and that is a major part of our beauty, is the diversity that exists within our community and the diversity of